and some of the songs on Amazon Music. All right. Good morning. 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 I don't own rights to any music in the background. All right. I like to sing, but I'm not a songwriter like that. So I don't own no rights to the music, but good morning. See how many people I can get on this morning on this wonderful Thursday. On this wonderful Thursday. I dubbed it, you thought it, I say it. You think it, I say it. You want me to say it, I say it. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, sis. How are you? How are you? How's everybody been doing? I done missed everybody. They had me out here working first shift, baby. I said, "Woo, who gets up and does this? God bless you people who get up and work it." Now, I'll do it. Don't get me wrong. I will get up and do some morning shifts, but whoo, child. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Not that early. I think I'm an okay morning person, just not that, because in nursing, um, most shifts start 7, 6, 6:30, especially for the morning. So that means you got to get up about 4:35 if you me, because you got to get yourself together. And so getting up at that time has, baby, I be like, why? Why are we doing this? Mm-mm. I'm listening to my song, God Only Knows, because he's the only one that know, baby, because that getting up at that time is a whoo child. But if you joined me yesterday or if you saw the show on yesterday, I talked about setbacks. Don't let the setback set you back. All right. Because we have problems, right? Sometimes things happen, right? Things happen. And so when things happen, we say to ourselves, hey, things happen. And so we're right here where we are. But with that, I wanted to reiterate, because someone had some questions yesterday to inbox me, is that good morning, Mr. Jermaine, Mr. Epic, good morning. Hubby. What I did say was this. Things will happen. You might have some setbacks, but it's okay. Good morning. Happy 2025 coffee and conversation. Yes. Happy New Year if I haven't talked to you guys. Happy New Year. Thank you. Thank you, Pooh. Alexa, turn music off. So this is what I wanted to say. If you have a setback, sometimes you can't get up right away to do it. What I'm saying is don't stay in the setback. And that's to the person, I don't like to throw names out there, to the person that inboxed me. What if you do if you don't stay in the setback? What you have to do is you have to get up and keep moving. All right. I got my eye on you. Okay. Keep your eye on me. You got to keep moving. So don't stay in the setback. Don't stay in that space. Okay. It's not that you can fix it in the moment. Some can, some can't. It's just that when I'm talking about don't stay there, I'm talking about mindset as well. I mean, physically don't. But your mindset sometimes, when you have a setback or you have something that doesn't go your way or the way you wrote it out and planned it to go, sometimes we can mentally get stuck in that space. And that can keep us from moving forward toward our goals that we have set. So when I say don't stay there, I'm really ultimately talking about our mindset. All right. Remember, I told you all we are intentionally moving through 20 and 25. Intentionally moving through 20 and 25. And so when you intentionally does something, you did it intentionally, that means you are doing it on purpose. You meant to do it. All right. So we can't stay in that mindset. If something does set us back, don't stay in that mindset. Intentionally move forward. It happened. Okay. If you got to reset. If you got to shift to another plan, shift, but just don't stay in that mindset. That's what I meant. Okay. So I hope that helps that person with whatever situation or circumstance they were going through. Today, We have to know our value. I don't think people know how valuable they are. I don't think. I just think I believe that some people are struggling with knowing how valuable they are. And when I think about it, I think sometimes I struggled. I think at some points I've struggled with how valuable I am. And once you learn that you are more than enough, I think you start to know that, hey, you are valuable. You are valuable. You're valuable. You know, um, I read a devotion, and one of the things it said is we all we all have seeds of success that we are born with. Did you know that? It's in us. We all have seeds of success right planted in us when we're born. We all have it. You know what the problem is? You know what the problem is? The problem is we not watering or feeding them. So when you plant a seed, what do we have to do? We all know this. We done took science class. We know what happens. We got to go out there. We got to plant the seed. And when we plant the seed in the dirt, we have to water it. You give it dirt food and all kinds of stuff. You have to plant it. You have to plant it and make sure that none of the birds come out of the skies and eat it. And you plant it, and we have these seeds. Excuse me. We have these seeds that will grow. Whether we're growing fruit, vegetables, trees, flowers, plants, it grows. So we all have success within us. We have seeds of success within us. We have seeds of success within us, but we have to water and feed them so that they can grow. So that they can grow. Yes, we need them to grow. We need them to grow. All right. And let me tell you something. Do you know one of the main reasons why they don't grow? Do you know one of the main reasons why? Glad you asked me. Low self-esteem. A lot of us are suffering or have suffered from low self-esteem. We down on ourselves. We don't have that just that to keep it going. So we're down on ourselves. But we don't nurture them. We have numerous possibilities within us, and we don't nurture them. We're down on ourselves. We don't really really push for doing the things that we need to do. Our value, our value. So you know what? I thought to ourselves, I said, now how do we get toward that? How do we build toward that? Well, glad you asked me. First off, what we got to do is we got to stay positive. Okay. All right. So I'm on that kick this week. Don't let the setbacks set you back, and you know your value. So don't be low down self-esteem saying you can't make it. We got to keep pushing forward toward those future goals that we set. And remember, I said, when we set our goals, when we set them. Don't look at this. Make sure they're attainable though. Make sure they're obtainable goals. Don't overwhelm yourself with something that you know you can't do. Let's be realistic. Accountability. All right. Accountability. Let's make sure we have that self accountability, not for anybody else, but for ourselves. Account for ourselves. Let's make sure of that. And as we move forward, as we go through this year, and remember, another thing I said too was, okay, people talk about resolutions. I say they could be resolutions. I guess we're resolving some issues or some problems. But for the most part, they should just be a change of life, a life of change, a vow to change where you are, who you are, and where you're going. Because a lot of times when you do resolutions, you'll set it and then it might break, or that's not what you really wanted to do. But if you have a vow with yourself, if you make a vow with yourself to change who you are, whose you are, and where you're going, then you're more likely to complete it. And you're setting that goal for yourself. Don't forget, you're setting it for yourself and you're moving forward with it, okay? You're moving forward with it. Don't let the self-esteem get you down. Don't let the self-esteem, don't let it, okay? Don't let it do. I'm here to tell you, don't let it. Been there. Don't beat yourself up. I think I'm my biggest critic. Don't know about anybody else. But for me, I think I'm on myself more than anybody. People could tell me you're doing a good job, and I just be like, no, I ain't. This ain't. You think this is good? This is not good. This is so I'm big on myself. So if I'm big on myself, for me, that helps me. Okay. I'm my biggest critic. I would tell I thought Pooh said something. I was looking to make sure. For me, I'm my biggest critic because I'll say to myself in a minute, no, you got to do X, Y, and Z. Nope, go back to the drawing board. Let's do it all over. All right, don't stop, don't stop. Don't do this, don't do that. Sis said, yes, we are hard on ourselves than from others. Yeah, I am. I'm a big person that's hard on myself. I don't know. I just am. I think that's just me. I'm very hard on myself. I sometimes tend to, I think I criticize myself worse than other people. Because a lot of people will walk up and be like, I remember I had to do a speaking at church, and I did it. I think I had to do it for pastor's anniversary, and then I do Sunday school, and people come up and be like, you were great, you did good, da 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 da. And I be saying to myself, I did. Oh Lord, I thought I did terrible. Or I didn't expound on this, or I didn't talk about that, or I didn't do this, and I wanted to do that, and it just didn't work out that way. Or I just, so I think for me, like Sister Janine said, sometimes we ourselves are big. I'm big on myself to make sure, because I want it to be what it needs to be. And I know that if it is, then it can reach who it needs to reach. Just like here at Coffee and Conversation with Carol, I'm big on myself with this. It's like, okay, let me get a good time to get on where more people can engage. And I love talking with people. That's me. I love talking to and with. Whichever one we gonna do, I like doing it. And I like giving out that positive energy. I like talking about anything. We can talk about anything. Anything. We can talk about anything. But today we're talking about that value. Okay. So you are valuable. All right. We have seeds of success within us. We have to water and feed them so that they can grow. All right. And the biggest thing that's hindering us is low self-esteem. All right. Let's get rid of that. Tell it bye. Tell it bye. All right. We have numerous possibilities within us. All right. But we have to nurture them in order for them to grow. All right. And our outcomes are all on cause and effect. All right. We have personal responsibility to make sure that we're holding ourselves accountable to reach that goal. We have to have some type of positive impact, all right, on that goal. All right. We are responsible for what the future becomes just as well as anybody else. Our future depends on us. And so we have to hold ourselves accountable, and we are responsible for it. Okay. We have to know that the affirmation for today, the future depends on what we do in the present. So whatever we're doing right now is what's going to help our future down the line. So if you're in school working on that master's degree, bachelor's degree, associate degree, certificate, whatever it is, and if that's going to be your accomplishment, what you doing right now depends on the future. If you say, I need this certificate to move up the ladder here and there, good morning, Dana, good morning. If you say this is what you need, then guess what? Work on that. Know your self-worth. Don't beat yourself up. Look, do not get on that low self-esteem train. I found out that the low self-esteem train looks great. I found that out. It does. It masks itself. It's a camouflage. It looks great. It looks like you're going to have fun on that train. The train looks amazing. Trust me. But when you get on, it's nothing in there but a bunch of just down folks that are down on themselves. You do not want to ride that train. Do not get on the low self-esteem train. All right. Don't trust me. You'll know it because it's going to be too good to be true. Do not get on it. Do not get on it. All right. So know your worth, know your value. Let's go with what the affirmation says today. The future depends on what we do in the present. So what we're doing right now will propel us to keep going forward. All right. And you have to know that. Remember, we have to set goals. And once we set our goals are set and we are ready to go. All right. And make sure they're obtainable goals. Make sure that we're not putting too much on our plate. All right. We talked about that too. Don't put too much on your plate. You know how you go to them buffets sometimes. Good morning, sis. And you be at them buffets and you got all that food on your plate. You can't see what you eat. You just put everything up there. You got about 5 meats and side items and bread and sweets and fruit. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. You got all, and by the time you put all that on, you don't even want to eat it. You don't know what you eating. The flavors are running together. You can't even taste the food. Okay? So that's an analogy. So don't do that to yourself, okay? Make sure your goals are obtainable, all right? And I'm telling you, this devotion just set me off because it says we are born with seeds of success within. So we have seeds of success within us. We're born with them, all right? And because we're born with them, they just have to be watered and fed so that they can grow. And that goes for you. That goes for your family, your children. That means our children have seeds of success within them. We need to be watering them and feeding them. Okay? Not low self-esteem. Say bye-bye to that. We're not going to feed low self-esteem. You know, you can feed that too. Starve it out. Don't give that nothing. All right. We want to feed the success so that it can grow. All right. We have numerous possibilities within us, numerous, hundreds, things that we can do, things that we can achieve, but we have to nurture them. If you're a speaker, nurture your speaking. If you're a nurse, nurture your nursing. If you're a doctor, nurture that. If you're a social worker, a tax preparer, whatever it is you is, nurture it. Hone your skills, grow it. Feed it, and it'll grow. The future depends on what we do right now. That's what the future depends on. And if you say to yourself, in 2 years, this is where I'm going to be. In 3 months, this is where I'm going to be. I mean, I just set myself a 3-month goal. I set myself a 3-month goal. That's why I'm working like her. I set myself a 3-month goal. And I said to myself, in 3 months, this is what I want done in 3 months. And I said it, and I'm going to stick to it. Is it hard? Sure. Does it look like I'm gonna be able to do it? Everything you put down to look like you're gonna be able to do it until you can't or till you can. So it's how I'm talking to myself. I say to myself all the time, I can do this. I don't need anybody I can do it. Will it be hard? What goal is not hard? When you set something and you say, I'm gonna go forward and do it, what goal is not hard? Because you're going to be able to do it. That's why we have goals. We set them. But I make sure they're obtainable. All right? And then tell you, there's a song. I forgot who sang it. It's a gospel song. But it says, sometimes you got to pat your own self on the back and you have to encourage yourself. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Okay? You can't be looking for other folks to be encouraging you. You got to encourage yourself. Know your self-worth. Get that low self-esteem up out of your body. And encourage you. Say to yourself, I can do this. I know I can, I will, and I'm going to do it. All right? Look here, once I found out we got seeds of success within us, it's in us. It's born with us. We all have it. We just have to nurture it. And it doesn't matter how old you are. Don't let nobody get you on that train. Let me see. Pooh said, I had this conversation recently, and yes, you have to be your own hype man. Yes. What's that song? You don't need no bitch, you gotta hype your bestie up. Look, you don't need no bestie to hype you up. You don't need no bitch, you better hype your bestie up. I'm gonna be my own bestie. I'm gonna be hyping myself up. Girl, you got this. Let's go, let's go, let's go. While I'm rolling out of the bed, getting it together. If I signed up for a 16-hour shift because I know I need to do X, Y, and Z so I can get back to A, B, and C, let me hype myself on up, grab me a little bit of coffee, and let me go. Yes, I am clapping. You already know, but you better hype your bestie up. Yes, I am clapping. Yes, I am. Because, look, Pooh said she just had this conversation the other day, and sometimes you got to be your own hype man. Baby, look here. Yes, be your own hype man. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay. Sometimes you got to do that. And it's good to have a circle of people that's pushing you and propelling you forward. But sometimes in those moments where you be like, I can't do it. You got to reach way down and be like, I can. What's that book? who know that book that I'm thinking about? That I know I can. Ain't that a train book that we used to read with the children? You know, I know I can. I forgot the name of it, but look here. You better start chewing and knowing you can, because you can. It's in us. It was born in us. And so because it's in us, just feed it and let it grow. Just like a plant, let it grow. Okay? Let it grow. And like I said yesterday, oh, that's it. The little train that could. And the train was going, baby. He made it, didn't he? It's the little train that could. Thank you, sis. Sis May over here helping me out. Thank you so much. But the train made it, right? It did it. That's all I'm saying. The train made it and it did it. So just like the little train that could, we got to put our inner self in there. Choo-choo train. Pooh said choo-choo train. Y'all both right. Put it in us. And just like that little train that could, we can too. All right? Because our affirmation today is the future. The future depends on what we do right now in the present. It depends on what we do. And it's just not for us. You know, here's the thing. And I say this all the time. I had this conversation the other day. A lot of times we say to ourselves, we're examples, whether we want to be or not. I hear people say it all the time. I'm not no role model. I'm not this. I'm not that. Yes, you are, whether you want to be or not. If you got children, you're a role model. If you got grandchildren, you're a role model. If you are auntie, you're a role model. If you a sister, you're a role model. If you a daughter, you're a role model. Look here. It doesn't matter if that's not what you want to be. You are. Whether you want to or not, you are. All right. And we have to start choosing our words. We have to start choosing the way we present ourselves before others in a mannerable way. Okay. Because we are, whether we want to or not, we are. We are examples. We are role models. You know, whether you set yourself up out there and said you are or not. We don't choose to be sometimes, but we are. Okay? And that's just the way of life. And so when we are, we have to be. That makes so much. I like that. I need to put that on the shirt. Because we are, we have to be. All right? Meaning because we are here and we are in these places that we are in, we have to be role models. We have to be all that, whether we chose to or not. It's there. So you're valuable. You have seeds of success within you. Water them, feed them. Say no to the self-esteem train. Don't get on it. It looks great, but know that it's not the train you should be on. We have numerous possibilities, but we don't nurture them. So let's start nurturing those possibilities. My therapist stripped me of all of the titles that I carried and let me realize I am me first. Change my whole thought process. Yes. All the titles that go away. You are you first. And when you are you, when you look here, when you know that you are you, those titles, I ain't gonna say they don't mean anything. They don't mean anything. I'm not gonna say that. What I'm gonna say is, once you realize who you are and whose you are and where you're going, yes, we do have those titles, but then we do understand too, we have more of a responsibility. Not to ourselves first, of course, to ourselves first, but to other people. Because here's the thing. Children, they don't know. And when you think about when you were young in your thought process, they don't know. And so if they don't know and we know, it says when you know better, you do better. That's it. That's all. Whether you got a title or not, when you know better, you do better. That's like I wouldn't go outside with no Crocs on with holes in it in the rain. I did that before. Almost bust my junk. Now I know better. I do better. You profound the title, so you is the most important ingredient. Yes. Yes. I would say that you are the important. Yes, I will agree. Sister May said am I reading that right? You profound the titles. So you are the most important ingredient. That's what Sister May said. You profound the titles, so you are the most important ingredient. That is true. And so because I'm the most important ingredient, we'll go with that recipe that you just mixed up right there. Because you are the most ingredient and you mixing it all up, Look here, you important too. Because if you're not a part of it, the recipe, then what? The recipe don't come out right, right? So remember, let's not get on that low self-esteem train. If you find yourself happen to hop a ride on it, if you find that you hop the ride on that low self-esteem train, what I want you to do is just get on off at the next stop. It stops everywhere. It stops it. Just get on off of it. Tell yourself this is not the start speaking to yourself. When you find out you own it, start talking to yourself. When you know you're on that self-esteem train, start talking. Start talking to yourself about how you are better than this. You look here, everybody has a moment where they fall. Look here, it's about getting back up again. Don't let the setback set you back. I am more valuable than this. I'm going to keep moving forward. Here's the thing. Get off at the next stop. Get off. Pull it, the thing, on the bus when we used to pull it, get off, pull up, get it off, get off, get off, get off. Okay. So again, the affirmation today is the future depends on what we do in the present. Know that you are valuable. Know that success is within you. We have numerous possibilities. We learned today we're going to feed, we're going to water, and we're going to nurture. All right, baby? And watch that success grow. We're going to be out here talking about, girl, you go, girl. All right? All right, we're going to have a positive impact. And then know that you are responsible for what the future becomes as anybody and everything else. You are responsible. When I'm okay, everyone under my umbrella is okay. Baby, let me tell you something. And that is the truth, Ruth. All right? When Sister Pooh said when she's okay, everyone under her umbrella is okay. Good morning, Shanice. Good morning, cousin. Hey, girl. So I want you guys to go with that today. You are responsible for what the future becomes as anybody and everything else. I will see you all tomorrow morning. I thank you all for joining me. It has been a while. Yes, I've been picking up some first shifts, but just know if I'm not here in the morning at 8:30, you don't see me, I will be posting. It may not be right at 8:30 that I post, but I will be posting because I just got some shift changes going on with my career, but I will be posting. You'll see it posted all across here. Join me also at 8:00 in the morning on TikTok. I am live on TikTok and I am talking on TikTok. I'm talking wherever I'm at. So you're going to hear me. You're going to see me. Okay. I want you guys to have a great, great day. And remember, if there's anything topics that you need me to talk about or go in about, just let me know. Mind you, I'm watching this series. I'm going to be talking about this, baby. I ain't done watching it yet. I ain't got all my stuff wrote down. But I want y'all to know, I think it's on Prime. It's called 3 Women. I'm going to have some questions about that, all right? Yes, God bless me on first shift. I got some questions about that. But anywho, I want you guys to live, love, never ever stop laughing. Always find room to forgive because ain't nobody working this earth. Nobody walking this earth right now is perfect. All right. So find room in your heart for a little bit of forgiveness. And then remember some love. Show some love. Okay. Show some loves. Some folks probably don't deserve it, but just show it anyway. Show it anyway. Some grace and some mercy, baby. And remember, you are enough. You are needed. You are wanted. And guess what? You are loved. Thank you for joining Coffee and Conversations with Carol. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye. Oh, she said yes, it's on Hulu too.